Okay, this is a description of doing the powerstop front brake line install on a 2012 Mustang. Applies to 11 to 14s and a few other years that this kit's meant for. But I'm going to point out a few things that the rear kit is pretty cut and dry, simple part of the kit. The front's a little more complicated because they give you the right brackets to use them. So the first thing I wanted to point out, generally there is a bolt on the factory line that holds that there. This I ended up using a zip tie to hold that through there because obviously there's no way to do so with that. Well, I probably could use a stock bolt. Come back and thinking about it, but I zip tied that together. That's the bracket you're supposed to use. And with that, where I thought where that loop went through, but either they forgot something in the kit or something. So I just put a zip tie to that little hole up there to hold that line more securely. I still gotta tighten that side of the line yet, and then I can put that cover shield back on in its place. I'm ready to bleed the brakes. A friend of mine's gonna come help me bleed them tonight, but I just put a zip tie through there so I put the bolt through there. And I can always take that off, which I may go and do, and put the stock bolt back through there to hold it, because there's no instructions in the kit. And granted, I have aftermarket struts, so I didn't know. Just making it fit the best I can. And obviously, when you do your brake lines, no matter what you're doing, stock or aftermarket, make sure you put your crush washers on both sides of the banjo bolt. And I always hand tighten this side first, and I don't tighten it down until I get the top secured and the line routed. Because there's no description on American Muscle, go figure, only for the Russells. But this is for the PowerStop brake line kit, braided lines to match. And I already have PowerStop rotors and pads on it. Eventually, if this doesn't do the improvement that I want it to do as far as making the brake pedal firmer, which it should, and hopefully hold a little bit better at the line so it doesn't push through the freaking lights. I have a trans brake, but I haven't used it yet, but I want to get the braking side figured out and dialed in a little better, because also the faster you go, which people don't think about this, you put all this horsepower in your car. If you can't stop, all the power ain't worth a shit. So, and it's a safety measure, because the rubber lines are going to expand over time and degrade, whereas the braided lines, they're not going to expand. So they're less likely to rupture on you. And my car just clicked over 60,000 miles, and the lines hadn't been changed yet. And I said, well, it's a preventive safety measure. You know, people kind of they scoff at the rules when they come at the track for safety stuff they want you to have, like a catch can on your coolant system, you know, having a safety loop for your drive shaft, drag radials. It's all there to protect your ass. Because I was down at Wichita 2 weeks ago, and as I was getting my slip for my last pass, I watched two guys. One guy hit the other guy, and they end up rolling down the damn track. Thank God they're okay. Their safety equipment saved their ass. But just something to think about. You know, all the horsepower in the world don't mean nothing if you can't bring it to a stop safely. And this should really change your pedal feel and make it a lot firmer. It should also help you not have to bury your brakes to get to stop. For some reason, 11 to 12s, I've never done a 13 or 14, but the 11 to 12 stock, even if the system's bled correctly, it seems like you got to push it all the way to the floor for the brakes to really do anything. So I'm hoping this will make the brakes engage a little faster and be a little firmer feel to it. You don't always have to have big 6-piston Brembos and all stuff. The simple things like having your lines changed could save your life and are inexpensive. The whole kit was $140. But anyways, just thought I'd point that out.